10 sneaky signs your man is cheating on you. In the early stages of any relationship, it can be challenging to envision that anything could ever go awry, that passion might diminish, and that the person you consider the love of your life could eventually find you unappealing enough to seek someone else's company. However, such circumstances do occur frequently, and it's crucial to understand that it's not a reflection of your inherent worth. Being the victim of infidelity is a painful experience that many women and men go through. The truth is, there's no foolproof method to identify potential cheaters. At times, they possess the cunning and discretion to avoid detection. Nonetheless, if you observe a number of warning signs, it's worth considering that something may be amiss. 1. Unexplained absences. It's common for a man to have friends or family members he enjoys spending time with occasionally. However, if he starts to have unexplained absences, leaving you wondering about his whereabouts and companions, there might be cause for concern. Here's the catch: when a man is engaged in infidelity, he typically doesn't want his partner to find out. So, if you inquire about his activities and company each time he returns home late, and his responses seem suspicious, you might receive an evasive answer. You've caught him off guard. Pay close attention to his mood and body language. Does he become defensive when you express interest in his whereabouts? If his demeanor shifts and he becomes irritable in response to your questions, it could indicate that something is amiss. 2. Secrets. If his demeanor shifts from being carefree and transparent to someone who becomes secretive and overly protective of his electronic devices, it could indicate that he's concealing something he prefers you not to be aware of. This behavior can manifest in various ways. For instance, he might abruptly end phone calls when you enter the room or start avoiding you, potentially signaling that he's engaging with someone else and attempting to hide it. If he had nothing to hide, he wouldn't object to you seeing or hearing his conversations. Furthermore, he may exhibit secretive behavior regarding his phone's history. This could involve deleting call logs, text messages, and Facebook chats. If there's something amiss, he'll go to great lengths to ensure you don't uncover any incriminating information. 3. His phone is always in his hand, even when he doesn't have a call or text to respond to. Recall the past. Can you remember the last instance when you spotted your partner's phone just lying idle? One significant indicator that a man may be concealing something or engaging in infidelity is his constant vigilance in keeping his phone with him at all times. He'll be frequently checking it, eager to see messages or updates from someone else, and he'll take care not to allow you access to his chats, messages, or calls. I'm not suggesting that every man will be completely glued to his phone around the clock if he's cheating. However, if you observe an unusual amount of time when his phone appears to be unusually active without any apparent reason, it's wise to remain vigilant. 4. He doesn't want you to meet his friends or family. There could be several reasons why a man hesitates to introduce you to the important people in his life. Perhaps his family or close friends are already aware of the situation, and he's trying to avoid any potential exposure. Alternatively, he might not view your relationship as serious enough to warrant such introductions. In either case, it remains a concerning sign. If he communicates a desire to maintain a casual relationship, it's reasonable to have doubts. If there's someone else in his life, he might wish to keep that part of his world separate from you, preventing you from meeting those who hold significant importance to him. You might observe that every time you express interest in meeting his friends or family, he reacts strangely and makes efforts to avoid such encounters. If you encounter silence or evasion when discussing this topic, there could be a valid reason. A man who genuinely loves you should not be afraid to introduce you to the individuals who hold a special place in his heart. 5. His behavior is erratic. There are a couple of potential reasons for a man to exhibit unpredictable behavior within a relationship. It could be that he's grappling with significant emotional challenges and feels uncertain about how to handle them. On the other hand, it could be an indicator of infidelity. If he frequently shifts moods, it may suggest that something is transpiring behind your back. It's possible that he had a disagreement with someone else or is burdened by guilt. Perhaps he's grown weary of the relationship and is unsure about how to bring it to a close. Another possibility is that he's attempting to conceal activities related to his phone. It's conceivable that he was engaged in online conversations with another woman just before bedtime while you were occupied with your own routine. Regardless of the underlying cause, having an erratic presence in your life can be distressing. If this behavior persists without an apparent explanation, it's advisable to address the issue and have an open conversation. Sitting down with him to discuss your concerns may lead to a candid conversation where he shares what's truly happening. If not, at least you'll have clarity that something is indeed amiss. 6. He's being less attentive in bed. When a man is engaged in infidelity, intimacy with his partner can often become a burden for him. Regardless of how enthusiastic he may have been about being close during the initial weeks or months, when he's cheating, the dynamics of intimacy are likely to change. You may observe that he displays less interest in connecting with you once the day turns into night. He might exhibit signs such as constantly checking his phone, turning away to sleep, or exiting the room without a word. If you suspect that something is amiss, it's time to initiate a conversation with him about the situation. If he's unwilling to engage in an open dialogue, it can be an indication that there are underlying issues affecting the relationship. 7. Hiding his phone. If you happen to notice that your partner is concealing his phone, it could indicate that something is amiss. There's a specific reason why he's intent on preventing you from seeing his screen. Does he consistently power off his phone or stow it away when you enter the room? Or perhaps he's reluctant to reveal that he's receiving messages from other women. When a man is involved in infidelity, he will make every effort to maintain a high level of secrecy. Even when you're in close proximity to him, he'll go to great lengths to hide his actions. The most effective way to address the situation is to have an open conversation with him, inquiring about what he's concealing and the reasons behind it. 8. He seems distant, distracted, and irritable. His distant behavior may be a result of harboring overwhelming guilt about the affair. He might constantly be preoccupied with thoughts of the other woman and is struggling to find a way to be honest with you. When a man engages in infidelity, his thoughts often revolve around the other woman, making it a challenging situation to handle. Despite his attempts to maintain a facade of normalcy, the reality is that he could be emotionally distant, with his mind preoccupied elsewhere throughout the day. 9. Less sense of commitment. When a man truly loves his partner, he typically feels a strong inclination to keep her informed about the events in his life. He willingly goes out of his way to share even the most ordinary information because it brings him genuine happiness. However, if he's concealing something from you, it can become challenging for him to be forthcoming. While he may still make an effort to maintain some level of openness, he no longer feels completely free and unburdened. Certain aspects of his day may cast him in a less favorable light, making him hesitant to share details with you due to the fear of being exposed. 10. He says he doesn't think the two of you are compatible anymore. Eventually, a partner engaged in infidelity may cease putting effort into repairing the relationship. When discussions about a shared future arise, he might express doubts about the compatibility of both individuals. Many men resort to stating, "We are not compatible anymore," as a means to exit a relationship. When a man is seeking a way out of his commitment, he may commence nitpicking and criticizing various aspects of your personality and the relationship itself. He could even lament the absence of passion, using it as a rationale to justify his extramarital affair. His reluctance to invest time and effort into resolving issues with you often stems from his preoccupation with someone else. Confronting him about the situation can provide insight into whether there is an opportunity to salvage the relationship. If he's unwilling to grant that chance, it may be an indication that it's time for you to consider moving forward. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.